Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're tuned into this space, you already know we are completely drowning in UFO disclosure right now. We've got congressional hearings, high-level whistleblowers, and those famous blurry TikTok videos absolutely dominating the news cycle. But what if all of it, literally the entire mainstream alien narrative, is just a highly sophisticated, calculated decoy? Today we are partially unpacking the dense, forensic claims of a text known as the Scientific Indictment. These documents present a fascinating, wildly detailed counter-narrative. They argue that this whole extraterrestrial media frenzy is a controlled demolition, purposely designed to hide deeply classified terrestrial black-budget technology. We're going to pull this apart and see exactly how the text maps out this massive, mind-bending theoretical conspiracy.
So we'll be tackling this audit in 4 distinct parts. First, the Newtonian Decoy, then the terrestrial hardware, after that, the Amnesty Protocol, and finally, the Blue Beam Endgame. Let's jump right in.
Starting off with Section 1, the Newtonian Decoy and the Illusion of Scarcity.
The text argues that to keep a secret this massive, you have to strictly control the boundaries of accepted science. It sets up a sharp contrast between a carefully curated public illusion and a highly classified black-budget reality. And to maintain this illusion, the author conducts a forensic audit of highly visible public scientists. They specifically label figures like Neil deGrasse Tyson as an academic decoy. The argument here is that the role of these public scientists is to aggressively gatekeep a Newtonian sandbox. They keep us all entirely focused on old-school chemical rockets and an artificial mindset of technological scarcity. By publicly and honestly, often ruthlessly, ridiculing highly trained military pilots who report anomalies, these academic decoys create an intense cultural stigma. And according to the indictment, this deliberate mockery is a defensive tactic that successfully keeps mainstream science a full 50 years behind the deep state's hidden reality of zero-point energy and advanced terrestrial engineering. Now, the author frames the modern disclosure movement through a classic espionage tactic called a limited hangout. Think of it like a psychological pressure release valve. When a massive, deeply incriminating secret is about to blow wide open, intelligence agencies will voluntarily hand over a tiny, heavily sanitized fraction of the truth. Why? To conceal a much deeper, far more dangerous operational reality. The text argues that the recent alien agenda we're seeing everywhere is exactly this. It's a limited hangout, a controlled demolition of secrecy, purposely designed to hide human-made, black-budget tech behind a massive protective wall of extraterrestrial mystery. To pull off an illusion this big, the text identifies a supposed network of what it calls archonic content managers. So on one side, you have the absolute wall of denial from scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but on the other side, you have the prominent disclosure figures driving the current narrative, people like Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, Luis Elizondo, and George Knapp. According to the text, their coordinated mandate is to completely flood the public zone with blurry infrared videos and little green men theories. The author posits that this 1-2 punch of academic denial mixed with sanitized alien mysteries keeps us totally distracted, effectively protecting the funding and the operations of a multi-trillion-dollar secret space program. Okay, moving to Section 2, the terrestrial hardware. Let's unmask the Black Fleet. If it's not aliens flying up there, what exactly are people seeing? Well, the author completely tosses out the extraterrestrial hypothesis and points directly to established human hardware. Specifically, an unclassified patent trail sitting right out in the open. The irony is wild here. The mechanics behind the world's biggest mystery are supposedly just sitting in public patent offices. The text traces the foundation of these mysterious craft back to barium titanate capacitors, explicitly citing U.S. patent 2420864. And as for their ability to vanish into thin air, the author points to active stealth systems like Boeing's Electrochromic Camouflage, officially logged as U.S. patent 5307191A. These aren't just wild sci-fi concepts scribbled on a napkin. They are documented, patented blueprints of applied physics. Imagine looking up at a dark night sky, totally unaware that a massive craft is hovering directly above you. To understand how these ships supposedly disappear so flawlessly, the text dives into that specific Boeing patent for electrochromic camouflage. It describes an aircraft wrapped in a flexible skin made of highly advanced, voltage-reactive polymers. Sensors on the outside read the exact color, starlight, and brightness of the surrounding sky. Then, the flight computer calculates and applies specific electrical voltages to the hull panels. This turns the entire aircraft into a programmable technological chameleon that perfectly matches the background in real time. The text argues that this is purely applied materials science, brilliantly masquerading as alien magic. And what about that famous chest-rattling hum that so many civilian witnesses report when they claim to be standing beneath a black triangle craft? Well, the text argues this is just basic physics, completely stripping away the alien mystique. Those barium titanic capacitors we just talked about, they are highly piezoelectric. That means when you hit them with a massive high-voltage electrical pulse, the ceramic material rapidly expands and contracts on a microscopic level. This violent oscillation creates a massive resonant electrical hum. The author claims this acoustic footprint perfectly matches civilian reports, proving that the hardware in our skies is engineered and built right here on Earth. Transitioning now from physics to politics with Section 3, the Amnesty Protocol. If the hardware is terrestrial and so deeply classified, why are politicians suddenly pushing so hard for public transparency? The text proposes a truly chilling motivation behind all these new UAP transparency laws, and it boils down to this profound concept. If you want the aliens, you have to pardon the humans. The author claims the entire disclosure narrative is actually a brilliant, high-stakes form of legislative blackmail. The deep state is dangling this fantastical alien prize in front of Congress and the public to secure a very real-world, highly pragmatic legal mechanism. You see, the author argues that the push for alien amnesty is actually a calculated maneuver to secure preemptive pardons for human-made war crimes and horrific legacy programs. We aren't just talking about financial fraud or misappropriated budgets here. We are talking about dark operations spanning decades. The text points to the negligent mass homicide of the 1940s Philadelphia experiment. It points to the illegal human torture and mind control experiments of the CIA's Project MKUltra in the 1950s, and the devastating psychological warfare testing of the Montauk Project in the 1980s. According to the indictment, the architects of the deep state desperately need a clean slate. So according to this audit, recent highly publicized legislative acts, specifically the NDAA for fiscal year 2023 and the much-talked-about Schumer-Rounds Amendment, are absolutely not about telling the public the truth. They function as a legal kill switch. They are Trojan horses. By writing laws that reframe past human atrocities as necessary defensive actions taken against a mysterious, non-human intelligence, these amendments legally absolve deep state directors and defense contractors of a multi-generational criminal conspiracy. They are essentially writing themselves a get-out-of-jail-free card, using the ultimate, unchallengeable extraterrestrial cover story.
Finally, Section 4, the Blue Beam Endgame. Let's look at the holographic threat.
Where is all this managed disclosure, hidden technology, and legal maneuvering supposedly leading us? The author warns that highly classified, reverse-engineered craft, like the notorious TR-3B Astra, are not merely stealth bombers. The text claims they are flying multi-gigawatt volumetric holographic projectors. Just think about the sheer, terrifying scale of that capability for a second. They are supposedly equipped with patented, directed energy technologies that can literally manipulate atmospheric plasma. This means they can spoof military radar systems and human eyes simultaneously, allowing them to project absolutely anything they want into the physical sky, making it register as completely undeniably real. This staggering technological capability leads straight to the ultimate apocalyptic endgame the text warns about, Project Bluebeam. It's methodically mapped out as a false flag operation of planetary scale. Step 1. Deploy that TR-3B holographic spoofing technology worldwide. Step 2. Simulate a massive, overwhelmingly hostile extraterrestrial attack in our skies. Step 3. Induce paralyzing global panic as the world watches what they believe is the end of humanity. And Step 4, use that manufactured panic to instantly suspend civil liberties under global martial law, finalizing a system of absolute, inescapable control the text refers to as the Black Iron Prison. The claim is that the global elite will literally manufacture a fake invasion from the stars just to secure total, unquestioning compliance on Earth.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you to ponder this overarching, really provocative thought. If the current disclosure movement, the credentialed whistleblowers, and the entire alien narrative are truly just carefully managed distractions, what are they really building in the dark? Thank you for joining me as we mapped out the fascinating and complex architecture of the scientific indictment. Until next time, keep asking questions.